Today, I will share how you can avoid the biggest mistake and make money in your 20s. These tips will help you take control of your finance and pave the way to success. And finally, I'll tell you where to find even more ways to hustle up some cash. So, the biggest mistake you can make. Number 1. Not keeping track of your expenses. Do you know where your money goes? Most people don't have a clue. They just spend it on whatever seems important at the moment. As the result, when months end, they left wondering, where did all my money go? The first step to financial success is simple. Track your spending. You don't need to be a math wizard or use fancy tools. Just jot down every expense you have. Use a money management app, an Excel sheet, or even an old school notebook. The key here is awareness. You can start making informed decisions when you know exactly where your cash is going. Knowing how much you spend on coffee each week can be a real eye-opener. Once you start tracking, you might find some hidden money drains. Are you spending more on eating out than you thought? Or is that monthly subscription you forgot about still charging you? Small leak can sink a big ship, so plug them up. Taking control of your expenses is the first step towards building your wealth. Number 2. Not budgeting. Alright, tracking expenses is the step 1. But if you don't set a budget, you'll still overspend. Budgeting is like setting rules for your money. Decide how much you'll spend on needs, how much goes towards wants, and how much you'll invest or save. There is this classic 50-30-20 rule that works wonders. Here's how it breaks down. Spend 50% of your income on essential like rent, groceries, and bills. Use 30% for fun stuff. Yes, you should still enjoy life. The remaining 20% goes towards savings or investments. No budget, no control over your money. And don't worry if your budget isn't perfect right away. It's a learning process. The goal is to create a realistic plan and stick to it. Over time, you'll get better at balancing your finance, and that's when you start seeing the magic happen. Number 3. Borrowing excessively. Debt can be a slippery slope. In today's world, getting credit is way too easy. Download an app and boom, you've got a loan. But here's the thing, those loans often come with the sky-high interest rates. And if you can't pay them back, you are stuck in a cycle of debt. If you're considering taking a loan, stop and ask yourself, is it necessary? Do you actually need that fancy gadget or luxury vacation? Debt isn't inherently bad, but you must be strategic about it. Aim to keep loans to minimum. Ideally, limit borrowing to things like education or buying a house. For anything else, think twice. When it comes to credit cards, remember they are not free money. The interest rates can be brutal, and it's easy to spiral into debt. A good rule of thumb: you probably shouldn't buy it on a credit if you can pay it in cash. Number 4. Delaying investments. One of the biggest money mistakes in your 20s is waiting too long to start investing. Many think, I'll start investing once I earn more. But here is the kicker. Time is your best friend when investing. You don't need a ton of cash to begin. Thanks to compound interest, even $50 a month can grow significantly over time. Think of investing like planting a tree. The earlier you plant it, the more time it has to grow and bear fruit. If you wait until your 30s or even 40s, you are missing out on years to grow. The magic of compound interest is that your money starts making more money for you. Start small if you need it. You could spare $20 a week. Set it aside for investments. Over time, that amount will add up. Explore options, stocks, mutual funds, real estate, or even starting a business. The key is to start now and let time work its magic. Number 5. Ignoring insurance. Let's be real, insurance isn't the most exciting topic, but it's a critical part of financial planning. Life insurance isn't just a tax-saving product, it's a safety net for your family. If something happens to you, who will support them? The earlier you buy insurance, the lower your premium. Get it in your 20s and lock it in that low rate for life. And we are not just talking about life insurance here. Health insurance is equally important. Medical expenses can hit you out of nowhere, and without insurance, you could end up wiping out your savings. Here is a quick tip. Don't mix insurance with investment. Many policies combine the two, but keeping them separate is usually better. That way, you are not paying extra fees for features you don't really need. Pure insurance for protection, separate investments for growth. Number 6. Relying too much on one income source. Having all your eggs in one basket is risky, especially in today's unpredictable world. Your job might be stable now, but what if things change? Layoffs, company closures, economic downturns, they can happen to anyone. Start building additional income streams. It could be freelancing, investing in stocks, starting a side hustle, or renting a spare room. Having a multiple income streams provide a financial cushion and gives you more flexibility. Plus, it opens up new opportunities and teach you available skills. Think of it as a diversifying your financial portfolio. Still, trying to figure out where to start. Think about what you enjoy and what skills you have. Could you tutor students, create digital products, or sell handmade crafts online? The possibilities are endless. Number 7. Not having an emergency fund. Life can throw some pretty nasty curveballs. Your car breaks down, you lose your job, or an unexpected expenses pops up. Without an emergency fund, you are left scrambling. And guess what? That's how people end up in debt. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. This fund isn't for investment or vacation. It's for emergencies only. It's your safety net that keeps you afloat when things go sideways. Start small if you need to. Begin by saving 1 month's expenses, then build it up over time. And keep this money in an easily accessible account, like a saving account. Don't invest your emergency fund in a risky asset. You need it to be there, untouched, when you need it. Number 8. Bad credit card management. Credit cards are not evil, but they can be if you misuse them. Don't swipe your card for things you can't afford. Treat your credit card like cash. Only use it for what you can pay off in full each month. A good credit score is essential for future financial milestones, like getting a loan or renting an apartment. A strong credit score shows lenders that you are responsible and can handle debt wisely. Remember, credit card is a tool, not a ticket to free spending. Here is a pro tip. Keep your credit utilization below 30%. That means if you have a limit of $1,000, try not to carry a balance over $300. This shows lenders that you are not maxing out your credit, which can positively impact to your score. Number 9. Not saving for retirement early. Retirement seems a lifetime away, but the earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow. Even if you're self-employed, open an IRA and start saving. The magic of compound interest means that even small contribution can grow into a healthy sum over time. And remember, it's not just about saving, it's about investing that money wisely. A Roth IRA, for example, let your money grow tax-free. That means you won't pay taxes on the gain when you withdraw in retirement. Think of it as a planting seeds now and reap a bountiful harvest in the future. Number 10. Overspending on lifestyle. When you got your first paycheck, it's tempting to upgrade your lifestyle. A more excellent apartment, a new car, fancy dinners. But every dollar spent on luxury is the dollar not saved or invested. Living below your means isn't about depriving yourself. It's about having the financial freedom to pursue your passions and live on your terms. Focus on what truly matters and keep your lifestyle inflation in check. Here's the trick: wait 24 hours before making any big purchase. Give yourself a time to think. Do I really need this? Is this worth the cost? You'll be surprised how often that urge fades away. And there you have it, 10 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Remember, it's never too late to start making better financial choices. Now, watch our previous videos here. We cover even more ways to hustle up and save some cash. The Talking team is cooking up fresh content for you every day. So subscribe and like this video. Together to the top.